All right, I think now we are live. Sorry about that. I'm a little late today. Had a few technical issues, but I think we are good to go now. Let me just double check everything. Yep, we are live on Facebook. And let me make sure that we are live on YouTube. It's always unfortunate when me and Vegan go live at the same time, but it's all good. It's all good. Okay, for some reason, this is still streaming on my... I think I do still have an issue here. For some reason, this is still streaming on my main live channel. And I just switched everything over to only stream on my main channel, but it seems like that actually is not working. Nope, nope, it says we're live. It says we're live. The only thing that I'm confused about is why it still went live on my other channel. Nope, we are good to go. We are definitely good to go. Updated thumbnail. Yeah, we are good to go. I have some people asking, shouldn't we be live by now? Yeah, I do apologize that I am a little late. What's up, Harper? And let me go ahead and scroll up here. Let's see. Nobody Likes You says, working overtime today. Have fun at the Beat Critique. I appreciate that. Daku, what's up? You have to renew the Discord invite link. Let me go ahead and do that. Yeah, someone did mention that last stream. So I guess this expires every once in a while. Let me try and find this invite link. User settings. Connections. No. I was pretty sure the invite link that I created was permanent, but oh, here we go. Go to edit. Never expire. No limit. Generate a new link. Copy. All right. So I got a new link. Let me go ahead and edit the YouTube description. And then you guys will be able to hop in on the Discord with everyone else. So I swear, on Friday, this will go a lot smoother. By the way, I didn't delete the InflightMuzik live channel. What I did was I just set that to, I'll just no longer be using that channel for streaming or anything really. But I am going to keep that profile just because everything that I set up in OBS is linked to that channel. So I would have to redo everything that I have in OBS if I were to delete that. So I'm just going to keep that channel, but it's going to be on ice. Hey, I appreciate that subscription. Is that Tude? Tude gang? Always appreciate the subs. And we are getting quite a few submissions already. Let me go ahead and update this description as fast as possible. My computer is moving at a snail's pace. I appreciate everyone sticking around as I'm setting all this up. Let's see here. Edit description. Discord. I don't even see the Discord link on here. Wow, what did I do? Delete it? Did I delete the link? Oh, no, here it is. Okay. I can't even read my own thing. Save. All right. All right. Discord link has been updated. So we are good to go. Let me switch back to my chat. Minimize this. Danny Productions. I definitely recognize that name from like right when I started my YouTube channel, I believe. I think I'm subbed to you with my Rap on Tracks. My Rap on Tracks channel. We might be subbed to each other, I think. Good to have you back, Terrence. Khalil, what's up? Let me scroll back to the top here. Yeah, it was funny. I was on Reddit earlier today, and someone was saying they plan on watching my video as soon as they get off work, and I was mentioning it always surprises me and makes me laugh how many people watch my videos while they're at work or on their way to work or coming home from work. And then right after I posted that, someone else replied to my comment saying that they're actually watching my video right now at work because they work at a call center. I was like, another one. Oh, man. I was like, that kind of worries me, but at the same time, I definitely appreciate the support. All right, let's get started on these critiques because I have a feeling that these are going to pour in pretty fast, especially since we started late. All right. Looks like I just got... Never mind. I'm not going to talk about that. First one's from Nev. Jealousy Jungle. Let's turn this up a little bit. Hey, Lace Bacon, welcome back. I appreciate that. I recognize the name. I've seen it at least one other time. Got a nice kick in there. I feel like you can turn up the bass a little bit. Let me turn off my monitors, actually. No, actually, my monitors are fine. Yeah, you're just missing a little bit of low end there. Hey, Daku, I appreciate that. Yeah, support the stream, especially now that we are all on one channel. Yeah, I should say I definitely appreciate everyone that commented on my community posts. I asked the question whether or not I should keep both channels, and literally 100% of you said, get rid of the live channel, just do everything on this channel, and then just keep my beat channel separate. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. You know, I like the composition. I like the arrangement. Yeah, the only thing is just the low end is lacking just a little bit. Yeah, bro. I love the beat, though. Let's see what the chat's saying. Polar Pop says that shit hard. Madison, what's up? Hey, Polar Pop says I got his dark trap melodies on point. Yeah, that's one of my most watched tutorials so far. I plan on doing some more music theory tutorials coming up. I have one on bass lines, I have another one on aggressive trap, and I have one other one on counter melodies. So I think that'll help the community out quite a bit, because I have a totally different take on each of those subjects compared to what everyone else typically tells you. So Khalil, a little background story to this beat. My best friend and I made this back in 2017. Very first collab that we had done. We didn't know shit about producing and all that. Still proud of this one to this day. Let's check it out. I'm also happy to be back on Facebook. I did start streaming on my Facebook group and Facebook page, but that didn't allow me to stream on my main profile. But now I'm back on my main profile since I got rid of my live channel. So donuts, yeah. Yep, I definitely plan on doing that. Really ambient beat. I'm hearing other melodies in my head that would work well with this. It says it's a sad, slow beat. I can kind of see what you're saying, but if I'm being honest with you, I'm not really getting sad vibes from this compared to just ambient out there vibes. What? Madison, are you serious? Can you explain that a little further? What do you mean 15 track limit? Like you literally can't upload more than 15 tracks? And what happens to the people that have already uploaded more than 15 tracks? Did they just delete tracks? What's going on? Okay, so you made this back in 2017, but I feel like even for 2017, some of the sounds are a little dated. The kick is really, really soft, but I totally understand that you're going for this ambient type vibe. But if you were trying to make this sad, the melodies really aren't indicative of the beat being sad. The only thing that makes the beat have a sad type vibe, like the sounds and the way that you're using the sounds, like those long drawn out notes, that usually works for a sad beat, but you really have to concentrate on what notes you're including in your composition. I actually have to do a sad chord and melody tutorial. I actually meant to do that way earlier this year and I totally forgot all about it. But yeah, I feel like you're using the word sad just because of the overall vibe of it, but really the melodies aren't sad. They're very abstract. Yeah. And usually, again, just being honest with you, I really don't like melodies that are abstract because that's really just another word for no feeling. I'm not getting any emotion out of this other than just the sound selection and the type of notes that you're using in terms of the note lengths. So it's just really ambient, but it's super abstract. So I'm not getting a specific emotion in terms of where you're trying to go with it. But yeah, it's interesting that you said that it was you and your best friend that made this, because it literally does sound like it's two people trying to make a beat together. Like they're like conflicting in ideas. Like one person's trying to be mellow and the other one's trying to be like almost happy. So that's why I'm not getting this sad vibe. It's like two conflicting ideas. But yeah, that's what I would have to say about that. I feel bad saying that because I know that you really like that beat, but on top of it being from 2017, I think some of the main advice that I give on these live critiques is don't try and go back and fix old beats. So I'm not recommending that you go back and try to, make it sad or anything like that. Just make a new beat and take the ideas and, the critique with you into your next project rather than try to fix an old project, because that actually slows you down. All right, Nemo. Yeah, it slows you down because when you make a new project, you end up discovering new things at the same time. So you just progress a whole lot faster. Brizka Productions. I'm a French beat maker. Can you listen to my last beat on my channel? Yeah, if you submit it into the beat critique. Just click the Discord link in the description below and submit right here where it says beat critiques. Nemo, this is the main beat on your channel page, right? You're so good with these samples, man. Aiden, we listen to every type of style on this live, including songs. Terrence, there's a lot of things that I get tired of saying, but that's not one of them. Yeah, my critiques aren't genre-based. But if I know that you're trying to make a specific genre, I do give tips and tricks for that genre. Because I myself, I make EDM too, so. I just don't, or haven't done EDM tutorials quite yet. Yeah, I pretty much critiqued this beat already before, but it's cool that everyone else gets to listen to it. I don't know why it paused right there. Did you know that you had a gap in here? Yeah, that's interesting. Did you know that you had the last part of your track muted? I wonder what that's about. Was that like a copyright thing and you had to mute that section of the track? But yeah, the track is fire. Daku. Let me make sure I go to your YouTube pages so that I can support you guys. This is from late 2018. Thought it'd be nice to listen to a more pop future bass type beat. Yeah, I recognize the picture.
It's Daku.
Yeah, I commented on this beat a year ago. That's hilarious. Yeah, this is my favorite part right here. This nice build up. Link is in the description below. Submit to the beat critique section of the Discord. Aiden says the sub sounds nice through his gaming headphones. Yeah, they sound nice in my headphones too. That brass is real nice. Yeah, good switch ups, good drop, nice rhythms, real clean mix. Awesome sound selection.
Yeah, man, I just sit at home and make beats, man, really.
Yeah, you could tell that I listened to quite a bit of this track because my comment was literally that quote right there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I actually heard this beat for the first time on someone else's beat critique. Do you remember who? Yeah, and you got some nice ear candy going on with the percussion. You had that water drop sound that's blended in with a hand drum, it sounds like. Or it might be someone just clicking their tongue in their mouth, but it's nice and clean. Let me go ahead and like this one. You're always on point with them samples. Let me make sure I comment. Yeah, Nemo, like I said, I hope to hear more tracks like that from you, for sure. Another one from Daku, Unbroken, free emotional guitar, Post Malone, G-Eazy type beat. Really going for them keywords, huh? 3 artists. Nah, bro. What scale are you playing in? So Donuts, this is you? Yeah, if there's anyone in the chat that wants to confirm what Donuts just said, let me know. He said that the chords are in scale. Does anyone agree with that? You played C major. So that means you used only the white keys, right? If you used C major, that means you literally only use, if you look at your piano roll, are you using FL Studio? If you're using the piano roll, that means you only have white keys playing. But that also means that, here's another tip for you guys. So if you're playing a chord progression in any scale, there's always one chord that's dissonant that you want to avoid. So in C major, that would be, let me find it real quick. I believe it's this one. C, D, F, A. Do you have a chord playing FAC? I think that's the dissonant chord in C major. predictive keys. And also C major is usually, well, you can create dissonance without playing this specific chord. There's a reason why usually only 6 chords are used. At most. Let me see here. Oh, why isn't that playing? Yeah, I'm not saying don't use dissonance. I'm saying not to use this chord. That's a very big difference between the two. Why isn't this playing? Oh, I'm still on patcher. All right. Now, I'm not sure if this is the chord or not, but let me... There it is. Okay, Donuts, are you using this chord? B, D, F? You didn't use F in any of the chords. Dang, bro. You just have so much... that 808 is so off key that it's just throwing off all your chords. Like, I can't even pick out what chords you're playing. If you want, here's what we can do. Send me your FLP and put everything, make sure all the sounds are stock plugins. And I'll fix your beat live. I'll fix your beat live. That's what we'll do. Curious G, Shoot Me by Nectar. Did I skip one? Email me your FLP to InflightMuzik@gmail.com. Links in the bio in my description. Curious, did you do all the sound design? Donuts, just put your FLP inside of an email and email me at inflightmuzik@gmail.com. Jericho, the Discord link is in the description. Curious G, where are you? You're Aiden? Yeah, man, I wanted to assume that you made all the sounds yourselves, but I recognize a lot of these sounds. Nice switch up. As much as there is going on in that track, I can actually hear some additional melodies that can go in there to enhance it a little bit. I myself, I'm more into melodic dubstep, melodic EDM, future bass tends to be a lot more melodic than most EDM, I guess. But yeah, there's just a lot of potential for you to do things melodically that could really keep the listener even more involved than, you know, the basic head nod, which is why I guess someone said, yeah, Craig said this is taking him back to 2011. Yeah, that was really popular back in the day for sure. Yeah, try not to send anything to my email for critique. I'm only accepting critiques through Discord in the Beat Critique section because email tends to hold us back because, yeah, I showed it last stream why my Gmail is messed up. So, hoping for a little switch up right here. I do love the guitar melody. Yeah, I think this is gonna loop for 2 minutes, but I guess you want some mixing advice. The kick and 808 are really, really low in volume. The snare can come up quite a bit. Overall, it just sounds like the melody is just a little loud. So if you reverse that, flipped it with how loud the other sounds, the drums are, then you would be good. So now you have this nice synth bass come in. That would have been really nice earlier on for sure. But hopefully you notice how loud that synth bass is compared to the bass that you had going on earlier. That's the level that you want your other bass to be at as well. So you have 2 different levels for your basses. And I would even say that it might be a tad too loud, too. Really, mainly just because of how low the drums are. So, yep, just basic leveling. Basic leveling. You don't really have to worry too much about EQ or anything quite yet. Critter. SLP, what's up? Falsamore says it's unfinished. Alright, Donuts emailed the beat. So I'm going to try and get through these beat critiques pretty quick. And then I'm going to try and fix Donuts' beat. I'm going to at least put it in key. I think that's the main thing that he needs. Then we could actually listen to what's going on melodically. And I honestly wouldn't be surprised if the melody and the chords are in key. It's just that the bass was so out of key, it's hard for me to even distinguish what's going on. That bass, actually both of your basses don't have much sub in it. No problem, Falso anymore. Falso Amor. That's her name. Appreciate this submission. Yeah, this bass, this synth bass is really up high in its register, so there's no sub. Yep, actually, yeah, just listening to my monitors, nothing was coming out of the sub. It was just coming out of my main speakers. Yeah, and even this one, it's barely coming out of the sub, so it's missing a lot of sub frequencies. Aiden likes the sweeping pad. I feel like this is more of personal taste, but a nice analog style low pass filter on that pad, on the sweep, that would sound really, really nice and warm on the sides there. Madison says his 808s and basses come out so shallow. Don't know how to fix that. I mean, there could be 100 different things that you're doing that's making that happen. So, yeah, because this has been a consistent thing with your tracks. Honestly, I think it's your listening environment. I think whatever you're listening on isn't giving you the bass response for you to really hear what's going on. And that's why you're mixing it that way. Aiden says saturation on 808. Are you asking me whether or not you should saturate your 808? Is that what you're saying? Or if that would help him? Saturating only helps with existing frequency. So if he were to saturate that right now, it would just get more high end. It wouldn't get more subby. Yeah, something to keep in mind with headphones, they tend to give you a nice bass response, which can fool you into thinking you have good bass, and therefore you don't level your bass the right way. You end up putting less bass in because there's already so much bass in your headphones. Briska, let's support you on YouTube. Yeah, hopefully you guys start posting more on YouTube so I can support you guys on here. Especially now that I guess SoundCloud's getting rid of all their music, basically. I'm assuming that I'll see more of you on YouTube, right? It's an interesting sounding snare. It sounds like you need to put your beat in mono. Craig says I can't attach my beat to the Discord. It has to be 8 megabytes or less. So you might have to re-export your beat and just have a minute and a half of it instead of the full beat if it's bigger than 8 megabytes. Or upload it to Dropbox or Google Drive and you can post that link. Or Clip or any MP3 player, really. Yeah, your 808 isn't mono. And your kick is really boxy, so it sounds like you need to take out somewhere around 200 hertz to get rid of that cardboard boxy type sound. I kind of like the snare, but I kind of don't. I feel like it doesn't really hit the way that a snare is supposed to hit, but I like the sound design on it. So what I would do, I would layer that with a nice hard-hitting snare that's right up the middle with the snare that you have. Yeah. Yep, that's what I would change on that one. Toothless. Started producing a few weeks ago. It's awesome. Toothless, what do you use? Are you on FL Studio? Hey, I appreciate that, SLP. So it didn't sound like the kick was very present. Yeah, your bass is overtaking your kick quite a bit. You only have 40 seconds here, so I really can't comment on the arrangement. This is basically just a long intro more than anything. The melody is a little too loud. And it sounds like your hi-hat is the loudest thing in the track. Yeah, your kick and your clap need to come up in volume. Maybe turn down your hi-hats a little bit, and your melodies need to be turned down just slightly. Yeah, and also your 808 might be out of key. Yeah, I don't ever recommend using one-note bass lines. That used to be really popular, like in the mid to late 90s, early 2000s. But yeah, you're just getting started, so yeah, one-note bass lines usually won't really work for modern production. You really don't hear them. Another one from Brizka. Did I comment on the last YouTube? I didn't comment or anything on your last one. Stefan says, last video I did was a gem. Can't wait to start using what I've been taught. Can't wait for you to start using it as well. Yeah, I just heard way too many clashing kicks and 808s in the last tutorial, but I already had that in the last beat critique, but I already had that tutorial planned anyway. So it was just good timing after the last critique that we had. Studio One is awesome. Yeah, this one sounds mixed better than your first one, Brizka. You know what would sound really good on this beat? A little, you kind of have it, but it's not all the way there, but a little more swing on those drums to make it more hip-hop. I could tell that's what you're going for. You even have it in the title here. Those keys are really nice in the background. Yeah, and then you switch up to some bell keys. Yeah, that was really nice. But yeah, a little more swing on them drums, and maybe dirty up those drums a little bit more with a little more saturation. Oh, I guess I did like the video there. Did I leave a comment? No, I didn't. Paco. The strings sound really, really dated. Also, the way that you're playing those strings, it's like you're trying to play it like a guitar. So maybe switch those strings out with a guitar, because you're playing it like someone would play a guitar, like a plucked instrument. But instead, you know, you have this long sustained instrument, which is kind of, it doesn't really fit with the sound, if that makes sense. And you're having some clashing issues with those strings and the sound that just came in. It's clashing with your bass. So you need to take a EQ and cut out the low end on those, on your instruments, on your melodies. And compared to the rest of the beat, the hi-hat is overly bright. But if you want a hi-hat that is that bright, you might want to brighten up some of the other sounds so that it doesn't stand out as much, because it sounds like it's not a part of the mix. Yeah, it sounds like it's on top of the mix. Yeah, that's what I'd say about that one. Curious G, SoundCloud. This track's called Blitzkrieg. Oh, good point, Jericho. Yeah, Jericho said that last beat might need some quantization. Yeah. I felt like that was definitely adding to why those strings sounded weird. I feel like the leveling, you need to balance some of these sounds.
That shit on the headlight.
I like the clap, but I like the sides of the clap. But again, like that other track, I don't think it was your track, but it was someone else's track. You need something right up the middle to make that clap really stand out. So maybe layer that with a nice snare, hard-hitting snare right in the middle. That's something to keep in mind for EDM tracks. The drums are the driving force of the track. So if your drums aren't prominent and standing out, it loses a lot of the juice. Yeah, those claps kind of get washed away. Yeah, I think the best thing about these two tracks is that you're good at sound selection. But again, I recognize a lot of these sounds. But the way that you're putting these sounds together, are they all coming from like one pack?
That shit on the headlight.
Yeah, all the sounds are really recognizable. So I'm guessing they're all coming from like one pack or something like that. But yeah. He says all dub sounds really dated. That's not true. There are some talented people out there that, yeah, that's just means you're listening to old dub. Jericho says, gotta get dinner. All right, man. Peace out. Thanks for tuning in. We do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5 p.m. Aiden says no Tupac. No Tupac. Let's go to Shema's YouTube. And once again, we're doing 30% off the InflightMuzik 2020 drum kit. There's the code for you guys right there. Sending it now. $200 sounds, 10 folders. These drums are really, really low. Yeah, too much bass. And that's probably why everything else is so low in volume, because your bass is taking up a lot of power. We need something to change up here. There you go. Sounds good, Jericho. Man, just reading that 2040 right there, that looks so crazy, but that's only 20 years away. Like, everyone in this chat has a really good chance of being alive in 2040. Even my 60-year-olds that tune in. Believe it or not, I do have 60-year-olds that watch this. But even they are probably going to be alive with the advancement in medicine that we're having. Yeah, since it's repeating over and over again, just that critique right there. I would try to change up the arrangement though, but yeah, your drums are just really low in volume, and I think it's because the bass is taking up a lot of room in your mix. So that's something to keep in mind when you have a bass with a lot of sub like that. It tends to keep you from leveling everything else properly. Yeah, Aiden will basically still be a baby when 2040 hits. Because like 40 is not even middle-aged anymore. Like you gotta be like 50 or 60 to be considered middle-aged. Like I guess 60 is when you start getting old, right? 50 is middle-aged. Yeah, we got the same thing going on with this one. The bass is overtaking everything. The kick is barely audible. Yeah, Aiden, by the time you're 40, it will be the new 20. Right now, 30 is the new 20. Right now. But by the time you turn 40, that will be the new 20. Lucky bastard. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Nebulous is 50. Yeah, trust me, you're not the oldest person that watches these. You are not the oldest person. Not by far. The melodies sound dope, though. These melodies are fire. I just wish they were louder, bro. Yeah, these melodies are sick. And good sound selection, too. Craig, what's your producer name? And I'll tell you if you missed it or not. Abraham says he's 22 and he feels too old already. Stop drinking, dude. Stop drinking so much alcohol and start exercising. Nah, I'm kidding. I don't know you. I have no idea if you drink or not. That's really unfortunate to feel old at 22, though. That's crazy. I have back issues and I don't feel old. Yeah, I haven't critiqued Craig Cuts yet. Let me go to this YouTube. What am I doing? Oh, damn. This has a lot of potential. Okay. Yeah, Ian Dior, Juice WRLD. I totally hear that. This beat has a lot of potential, dude. I liked what I heard so far. Like, I feel like it could go places. In terms of like the musicality of it. I like your visualizer too. This is a nice this is nice to look at. Yeah. This smooth, fam. Yeah. Man, it's different too, bro. Like, it's not your typical, you know. But that's what I like about Ian Dior stuff and Juice WRLD stuff sometimes. Yeah, I don't even want to say anything about the mixing or anything. Yeah, just move on from this and make more. Yeah, make more. That's fire. Shit. I'm gonna see what else you got on your channel. Did I? Oh, okay, cool. Did you submit the same track? No, just same background. First one was Rup, this one's They. Okay. Yeah, bro, you're on point with the sound selection. Yeah, Nebulous, I kind of heard that too, but I kind of just accepted it for what it is. Like, it wasn't bad enough for me to say go and change it. Let me just say that. Kind of like what you're saying about the overall feel. Like, it just worked. Aiden, I'm heavy into UFC and MMA and BJJ. I know Rockhold just had a BJJ match this past weekend. I gotta watch that. Yeah, once again, good with the melodies, good with the sound selection. I'd say that trumpet or those horns are a little too loud, so I'll turn those down. So the drums are better than the last one, but your bass, again, it has a little too much sub in it, so it's creating those issues with your leveling. So again, yeah, everything else is on point, just the leveling is just a little off. Aiden, how long have you been doing BJJ? I refuse to do BJJ. I only like no-gi. Yeah, I'm excited to see that. And I was excited when it was announced because it's so close. We don't have to wait months and months for that fight. Meanwhile, Khabib and Tony are like 6 months away, so who knows if that fight's even gonna happen. That doesn't make no sense. How are the two active fighters, one of them being the champ, taking that long to have their fight? But Conor, he's been gone forever, and Cowboy's not very active anymore, and they're about to fight like right away. Oh, you just started? Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, Paco, this one's a lot better than the first one, I think, if I remember right. I can't remember what your first one sounded like. Like, those melodies are on point. The mixing's nothing to complain about. Paco, where are you? Dang, bro. Okay, well, whatever. I'm sure you remember what I said on the last one. Yeah, the bass is fire on that one. Okay, here's Mookie's chord progression. Oh, crap. Yeah, bro, you're playing random notes here. So let's recreate this. So that's another issue that you could have where it's not even where you're not actually even making proper chords with the notes. Let's see here. That submission just threw me off. Okay, so basically we could take this down an octave. Yep, that's one issue right there. So, and oh, wow, bro. Wow, bro. Okay. All right, so to make a chord, it's every other note. So you have notes next to each other. And when I say every other note, I mean every other note in the scale. So listen to what this sounds like when you don't have these random notes all over the place. When you actually build what that chord is making, listen to this. Was that, just be honest, was that enjoyable to you? And it doesn't matter what key we put that in. Let's bring it up an octave. Let's bring it down. That's something that you would do in jazz. And yeah, but your beat is not a jazz composition. It's literally random notes. Because in order to have notes like that, it's all about what you play with it. So your next chord, let's play your next chord. Chords like that only work when in relation to other chords that you play. Let's see here. That's not what you played. Let me go down here. So here's your second chord. And I appreciate whoever just said that's a suspended seventh. But again, that goes to show just knowing the name of something really doesn't help you. We could call it Buffalo. It doesn't mean anything. What matters is what it sounds like. Which is why I try my best not to confuse people with saying a bunch of music theory jargon, because it literally means nothing if you don't know the context of it. Okay, so then you go back to something more traditional. And let me go ahead and move this up an octave so we can hear it better. And did I mention that having what did I say about playing C major? It's usually too low. Like, it's really rare that you'll find a song in C major. In fact, I can't name a song that's written in C major that's in the top 100 charts. So that's beautiful. So you went from jazz to like a basic chord. Let's see here. And then your next chord is, yeah, actually we pretty much just solved it on the very first chord. Just yeah, again, I'm not saying that you can't use a suspended chord. It's because of the relationship to the other notes that he was playing and the other chords that he was playing. So it doesn't resolve. Yeah, just stick to every other note to make your chords. Stay away from the jazz, and you'll be more than fine, because just listening to your music, you're obviously not trying to make a jazz piece. Yeah, that's all I would have to say about that. If you're making chords, just make sure you're using every other note, and then you can move those notes around from there. That's really what that issue was with that first one. And I'm going to guess that that happens again later on in your composition there. And then on top of that, the 808 was out of key. On top of that, the 808 was out of key. So, I mean, it wasn't just the chords. Definitely wasn't just the chords. Well, so Donuts, did you see that? Did you see that it wasn't every other note? Did you see that it was that when I say every other note, I mean in the scale. So if we're only looking at the white notes, we had two white notes next to each other twice in one chord. Donuts, are you still here? Techno Tux, welcome to the stream. Happy to have you from Twitch. Yes, any genre, any song, any beat, it's all welcome. Jericho says, stay away from the jazz and need a t-shirt. No, I can't make that t-shirt because when I'm in my car, that's all I listen to is jazz and blues. I'm from St. Louis, guys, and I was born in Louisiana. Donut said the 808 was from your beat pack, but that doesn't mean that it was in key, that you played it in the scale, like properly. Craig says you still got to tune the 808. Actually, no, it's all the 808s are already tuned. And especially since he played in the key of C major, it should have already been tuned. And as a matter of fact, let's just go ahead and look at what he did wrong with the 808. So I'm going to open up my email, and we're going to open up that project. Donut says he thought it was, but some were just transposed. But you did see that it wasn't, right? Are we in agreement with that it wasn't? Oh, my bad, Technolux. You submit through the description. below the Twitch stream, you should see a link to my Discord, and then you submit it in the beat critique section. Donuts, I don't think you understand what transposing means. If you're going to transpose some of the notes, then you want to transpose them up or down an octave when we're talking about chords. But if you're just moving them up or down one space and not the other notes, then you're not transposing. You're just adding extra notes. Yeah, exactly, Abraham. People try chords that are not triads, which is perfectly fine, as long as they can make them sound good and fit with the other chords that they play. That's what jazz is all about. That's why jazz is so amazing. That's why it's my favorite genre to listen to. Because they're not using traditional triads and they make it work. That's the magic of jazz. It's literally the most magical music in the world to me. Take care, Aiden. All right, let me find this email, and I'm going to play this track while I look for it. I didn't mean to play that a second time. You named the email Out of Key Beat. Speaking of transpose, this song needs to be transposed up so that the bass can be heard clearer. Right now, the bass is too low. It's so low that it sounds out of key, but I don't think that it's out of key. But that's due to the fact that the bass is so low. Yeah, I'm actually positive that it's in key, but it's so low that it sounds out of key. Like right there, that one note, it sounded like it was out of key. But again, I think you actually put everything in key. But that's due to the scale that you're using. It's just too low. So I would transpose everything that you got and go up a few semitones, and then you'd be straight. The leveling sounds good. Actually, I take that back. The kick needs to be more present for sure. It's taking forever for my FL Studio to load. I don't know what's going on with that. Donut says, I see, but when you showed how to make trap chords in that one video, the notes weren't every other. I asked you about it, and you said if you transposed them, they would be. Yeah, exactly. But go back to what I just said about transposing them with, you transpose them by octave, not just one note. You can't just move a note by one spot or two spots. You can't move a note 1 through 7. You have to move a note 8 spots, or not 8 spots. 12. You have to move a note 12 notes in order for that to work. So exactly 12 notes. No more, no less. And then that will get you the same chord, just a different tone. Yeah, I remember that question too. That was not too long ago. It says I'm missing Iowa alto flute. Alto flute. Sounds like a contact instrument or something. Yeah, the kick just need to be louder than that, and I would transpose that up. Yeah, the kick was gone. Yeah. Oh, there wasn't even a kick in that? Is that what you're saying? I gotcha. I gotcha. Okay, let's take a listen here. Let me change my audio settings. Let's make this, wait, crap. Increase my buffer. Let's see if that works. I was so right. That was Iota Mini. I love it. Oh man, bro. My dude. Okay. So let's just watch this happen as it happens. Let's solo your chords and just listen to this. Okay, so first thing, I want to pitch all this up so we can... That already sounds so much better. But again, to show you what I was talking about with the chords, let's switch the scale highlighter to C major so that you guys can see exactly what note belongs where and all that. So yeah, everything is in the key of C major. But again, control down, control up. So if we're only looking at the white keys, you're playing two notes that are directly next to each other. Let's bring this note down. Let me turn on my snap settings too, so I'm not making these. So that note was really bothering the crap out of me. Now it resolves. It feels like it, well, yeah, it resolves the chord progression that you just had there. Now let's look at your bass. Yeah, use the ethereal 808. And let's make sure you kept it in key. Yeah, you didn't change any of that, so we're good on that. So now we got the bass going. So let's go to the bass track and pitch this up an octave, because you're way too low. Control A, control up. And let's go into the playlist and make sure we're... I guess all this got shifted over somehow. There we go. And then let's loop this section. Okay, my dude, everything is in key. So you were 100% right. And I kind of lucked out with that last beat critique that I just gave. If you guys were paying attention, how I said the key that the song was in was too low, and it probably was in key, but it's so low that the 808 sounds out of key. This is exactly what was going on. So the 808's in key, but no one writes songs in C major. So try not to do that because it's so low that the 808 goes out of key to the human ear because it's so low. It just sounds like a mess. You can't hear it. So having it up here, you could clearly hear that it is in key. And those chords sound nice with the 808, you know, way up here. So, but yeah, I would say at the end of the day, you pretty much proved me wrong about this being out of key, because it's not out of key. So you're right. It's in key. Just pitch everything up. And then change that one note that I changed so that the chord progression resolves. So whenever you're using chords like that, whenever you're using chords like that, you want to make sure you resolve the chord progression, like give it something to loop back on, if that makes sense. I mean, at the end of the day, you're just using your ears, which is really hard to do in C major when everything's really low like that. So let's play this next one. I don't know if I commented on this other one. Crap, I keep forgetting to do that. Yeah, what's the strategy here? Is it you're trying to like post snippets so that people download the full thing, I guess? Is that what's going on? Yeah, that was the track where I was saying, yeah, it had the same problem as the other one where it just needs to be up in scale, in a higher scale. Let's go to the next one. Oh, SoundCloud. Damn it. Nine Skies. Yeah, I need to make sure I remember to turn off the... I have my videos, these live streams set to go unlisted right after I go off live, so I need to remember to make it public. All the sounds are dated, but it would work as a retro type beat if you went in and did a little cleanup with your EQ, because the what's up, Avidus? Good to see you in here. Because a lot of the retro beats that you listen to now, those are some of the best mixed tracks that you'll hear, mainly because the sounds are so vintage and so old school. Really, to make them modern, you got to go in with some good quality EQing and filtering and making sure everything has its own space in the mix and everything's like really clear. But you have a lot of frequencies in the mid-range that are just really piercing. And also, the track literally sounds like it's mono. Yeah, did you export this in mono? There's like no stereo information. So yeah, those two things. Those two things. Nebula said lo-fi. Yeah, I mean, even with lo-fi, they're EQ'd really well to where everything has its own space in the mix. I could play you some crazy, crazy, well-mixed lo-fi. And really the only thing that makes it lo-fi is, you know, the filtering of the high end. So even that in itself is a nice technique. Like it's, you could tell the difference between good lo-fi and then a track that's just not mixed very well. Because everything on a lo-fi track, a well-mixed lo-fi track, is purposefully done. I'm not a fan of that kick. I was never a fan of that kick when it was popular. But that's more personal taste. But even in this instance, it sounds like a bad version of a techno kick. There's just no body to it. The clap is really thin. That synth bass is beautiful though.
If I lose my fame and fortune, really don't matter. As long as I got you, baby. Clap your hands, y'all, so right. Clap your hands, y'all, so right. Clap your hands, y'all, so right. As long as I got you, baby. Clap your hands, y'all, so right. Clap your hands, y'all, so right. Clap your hands, y'all, so right. As long as I got you, baby.
Somehow everything sounds... Oh, never mind. Somehow everything sounds flattened out. I can't tell if... Because the track's not very loud, but somehow it sounds like it's... like the dynamics aren't there. Oh, yeah, I could see it in the waveform, actually. Yeah, you have no dynamics in the track, my bro. My dude. So even though the track isn't loud... it literally sounds like you compressed everything and lowered the threshold so low that even though the track didn't reach a high volume, yeah, you just turned that threshold either on that compressor or on the limiter, like way, way down. Yeah, so much potential too. Yeah. That's what I would have to say about that. Everything's just one level. Yeah, exactly, Ibrahim. It's either over compression or too much limiting. Might be both. Might be both. Yeah, I need to start paying attention to these waveforms on SoundCloud, because I could have told you that right off the bat without even listening to it, that it's over compressed. Rocco. Oh, YouTube. Let's support you. Let's support you. Yeah, guys. Hopefully this encourages you to post links on YouTube. Get your music out there. Submit them to the critiques so that more people hear your stuff. And plus, I'm commenting and liking every single track. And if I really like the track, I'm subscribing too. So. But when I say really like it, I mean it has to be like something I want to listen to like every day. And I don't really listen to a lot of music every day, so I listen to more obscure stuff. Melody needs to come up. The background melody. Even though it's supposed to be a background melody, just bring it up a little bit. You have good balance between your kick and 808, but I would want a punchier kick. Right now, this kick is really... It sounds like the kick itself was overcompressed. Like you killed all the body out of it. So we just hear this little transient that's hitting. But it's at a good level. But the kick is just missing that oomph. Submit to the Discord. The link is in the description, and you submit it into the beat critique section right here. Here's the beat critique section of the Discord. Again, the link is in the description. Yeah, bro. The sound selection's on point. The composition's on point. The arrangement is on point. I'll just switch out the kick. Even though it's hitting at the right level, just the type of kick that you're using, I would switch that out just to make it more complete. Let's go to Jack Elm. Do I have a vid on kick and 808s? Yeah, I have a bunch of them, and I just released one today, this morning at 10 o'clock. I actually have a whole playlist called 808s, where I go over kicks and 808s. Need some water. Yeah, I think over this weekend I am going to take the time to make a whole new live profile for my OBS because, yeah, I'm going to do that. These melodies are dope. Did you make these melodies? Yeah, the only thing, the hi-hats and basically the, hi-hats and the snare clap, that needs to come up, especially the clap. It's way too low. Yeah, your melody is louder than the rest of your drums. Yeah, I used to do this all the time because I make all of my melodies too. And like I would fall in love with my melodies. And that being said, my melodies were always louder than my drums. But it took me forever to figure that out. Vita says we need that 30 frames per second cam. Are you talking about the cam that's showing me, or are you saying the screen itself is lagging? The screen's not lagging, is it? Yeah, the screen's not lagging. Maybe my mouse is like lagging or something. But yeah, I totally agree with my cheap $15, $20 webcam. Oh my God. Google Drive from Craig's Cuts. We finally got to you, Craig. We finally got to you. Well, you didn't even submit until like an hour after the stream started anyway. Why were you expecting to be played so early? Oh, the mouse is lagging. Yeah, you're right. The mouse is lagging like crazy. What is that, like a vocoder? That's definitely a vocoder on that background sound, right? You know what would be fire on this? If you had some more high-end frequencies on that bass, but other than that, drums are nice and loud, melodies are well composed, and I like that vocoder effect. Maybe work on the arrangement though. It's a little too repetitive for my taste, but yep. Good job, Craig. He said he made everything himself too. Yeah, was that a vocoder effect or what? Yeah, guys, this is what I'm looking for with kicks. Ibrahim says Google Drive kind of mutes the high end. Yeah, I didn't know that. I'm not very familiar with Google's compression. Yeah, you kind of have the opposite problem going on here. Yeah, melodies are fire, arrangement is dope, but your bass is non-existent. But your kick is nice and loud and punchy, but the bass isn't there at all. Yeah, I've never really heard anyone complain about Google Drive, but I mean, everything has its compression and whatnot. Dude, you sent two of the same beat. What are you doing? Nemo. Dope tape stop effect, but we don't have to listen to that 4 times in a row. Just do like a 2-bar intro and drop that shit. Oh, crap. And then you have the hi-hat lead. Yeah, it's just dragging out a little too much. That hi-hat ended up being a little too loud too. I think maybe your judgment got a little messed up with the volume automation that you put on it, but at the same time, I'm assuming that you just looped your chorus and leveled everything out. That's what I recommend everyone do. I've never mentioned that before, but I just assume that that's what everyone does. But yeah, your hi-hat's too loud, I think. So that's why all your drums are too loud. Yeah, we're almost a minute into the song and we've barely heard the song. Like, we're just now listening to the song. But yeah, way over processed on the drums there. They're just way too loud, way too loud. Melody's fire, sound selection's fire. That bass, I've never heard a bass like that before. That bass is fire too. Yeah, fire track, just way over processed on the drums and the bass, but the bass itself, that's a dope bass. Luca VIP Hood Pass, welcome back to the chat, to the live. Got some lo-fi. I wish it was a little louder though. I get that you don't want the drums to be loud on a chill track like this, but they still need to be a little louder than what they are. But when I say a little, I'm just talking like 2 dB, 3 at most, and then you'd be straight. And maybe just a little more sub on that bass. But I love the melodies, I love the track. Yeah, I like the processing. But yeah, just levels on that. Zytrus. Cloud Ship, that's a cool name. Hey, for everyone that's listening, do me a favor and thumbs up the live stream so that we can get some more people in the future live streams. And they too can help give you guys feedback. I appreciate that, Scott. So I was going to say I want another counter melody in there, and then you did bring one in, but it was the same instrument. And I felt like that was a missed opportunity there, but I do like the composition. And since the track is so chill, I feel like basically if you combine this track with the last track that we just heard in terms of like the leveling and mixing, you would have a well-balanced perfect track. But on this one, the low end and the kick are just a little too loud. Like the drums are just a little too loud for how chill the track is. It kind of creates like a distraction from the nice melodies that you do have going on in the track. But yeah, that and the counter melody sound selection, maybe consider switching that up in your future tracks instead of using the same sound. Or maybe you didn't even use the same sound, but it was so similar that it kind of was a missed opportunity there.
Lone pagan addicted to cold faces. Slow motion, he goes into cold stasis. So lo and behold, he's not hopeless. He holds on to hoaxes and holds in large doses. I know I'm outspoken and proud to have found focus. So now I have chosen this path to my last note. And what's that? A last notice. So grab your black coat and collapse your last row. Cause I'm passing a black rose. I don't notice, I'm too focused. And you got me lost in emotion. Black Rose. I don't show it, I'm too stoic. But you got me lost in the moment. Black Rose. I don't notice, I'm too focused. And you got me lost in emotion. Black Rose. I don't show it, I'm too stoic. But you got me lost in the moment. Black Rose. Don't notice.
The vocal production is really dope. Did you do the vocal production as well? Or did you just make the beat?
Too focused. Black Rose. Don't show it, I'm too stoic. Seasonal heathen, he's the reason for reason. He doesn't bark like a dog, he fiends like a demon. Don't you see what I mean? You seem so indecent and I don't need you to speak. I need you to scream it. I don't notice, I'm too focused. And you got me lost in emotion. Black Rose. I don't show it, I'm too stoic. But you got me lost in the moment. Black Rose. I don't notice, I'm too focused. And you got...
Where are these people at? Are you guys submitting tracks and then leaving? Yeah. That's really just, yeah, I love the track. I would love to connect with your friend too, but I don't think you're here. I don't think you're in here. But yeah, if you made those vocals, you did a really good job producing that. The track was really original. Everything was, I mean, even if there were mix issues, I really wouldn't pay attention to that because the song is good. The song is great. So it's just one of those things where you just move on to the next one. Techno Tux. D says check mines. As long as you submitted it in the beat critique section of the Discord, I definitely will. Link is in the description. Sounds like everything's well balanced, well leveled. I love the percussion. We're gonna go ahead and skip ahead a little bit. It's almost like a industrial minimal techno song, but at the same time it's not. Yeah, I like it. I always wonder what type of vibe a person is in when they make a track like that, especially when it's, you know, like one of those 6-minute techno songs. I'm always curious about that because I can never make a track like that. Like, it's just very, what's the word that I'm looking for? Not monotonous, but like, I guess that's the best word that I can describe it, but I don't want to use that word because you do have different elements that keep it interesting. So it's not like it's not interesting. Like, it's definitely interesting, but it's not driven melodically. I guess that's what I'm saying. And I'm a melodic type musician, so totally different way of producing. Ah, baby snare, baby snare. This melody's dope. Yeah, it's just the kick and the snare that needs to be switched out, and then you would have a dope track here. I mean, it's already dope, but yeah, the kick needs to hit harder, and you need a snare that really hits. Like, the snare is so small, it sounds like it doesn't even belong in the track. But dope sound selection, good use of the reverb. Everything sounds well balanced. It's just, I think you need to switch out those drum sounds, the kick and the snare. Turn that clap up just a couple dB and you're straight. Melodies are dope. Good use of the halftime. Really tasteful with the vinyl effects there. I would definitely get rid of the Kill Bill siren. Yeah, the Kill Bill siren destroys the track. It ruins the track for me. Definitely, especially how often you used it. But the beat is fire. Whiz knob. Yeah, a key change would have worked really well in that track. Nice, we just got 2 beats in a row where the kick knocks and the bass is good too. This is what the other track was missing in terms of the clap. Like, if the clap was leveled like this is what you're looking for. We add a little reverb to that crash on the left because it ends a little too abruptly. It sounds weird. The last guy was DNA. D, did you just log on with 2 different YouTube accounts? Or was that just a different D? Yeah, if you combine these two beats, it would be dope, because the last beat just needed a louder clap. Yeah, this clap is a little small. Yeah, they just did a really good job with the halftime on there. Yeah, boys. I believe that is the last submission. Let's go into some of these other sections, because I feel like people have been submitting in the wrong sections here. Yeah, that's from last week. Does anyone have some tips and tricks on how to make your sounds wider, punchier, or more forward? Those are three completely different things. I'm always fine with my beat, but in comparison to professional beats, my beats sound weak. Yeah, to make them wider, use Goshu. What's up? Welcome to the stream. To make sounds wider, use plugins like Infected Mushroom Wider, because it actually keeps things within correlation in terms of stereo separation. Use plugins like Maximus, because you could actually split up the frequency bands, and you can keep your bass and your sub frequencies in mono, and then you could slightly spread your mid frequencies, and then you could spread your high frequencies even wider. In terms of making things punchier, that's leveling. So make sure your melodies aren't too loud, and that'll allow your drums to peak over the mix. You want your drums to be the loudest things in the mix, specifically your kick drum. And you want your bass to be slightly lower than your kick, and in some cases lower than your snare as well. The way that I make my bass, it's usually somewhere between, if it's not just slightly lower than the kick, if I'm not really trying to get a really loud bass, it's usually somewhere between my kick level and my instrument level. No, Goshu, I review beats and songs. And then for making sounds sound more forward, you have to use reverb on other tracks. So make sure you have reverb, like slight touches of reverb on things like your hi-hats, your open hats, your snare can have some slight reverb to it. Your melodies, those should have reverb to it. And you want to make sure that they use different amounts of reverb so that they have their own spot in the three-dimensional space, meaning forward and back. That's what reverb does. And when you do that, the kick comes forward and your snare comes forward when everything else has more reverb on it. Again, the more reverb that you have, the more further back that sound will sound. Another thing that can help with that is compression. The more that you compress something, the more you can make it sound more forward in the mix. There is a link right underneath the Twitch stream to my Discord. Go there and you can submit in the beat critique section. Crap. I think that link needs to be updated too. Crap. Let me go to, yeah. That's going to take way too long for me to do it right now. Let me just post the link in the chat for you. Or try to, at least. Yeah. If this will load. Copy. Oh, come on. My screen is just, I'm going to have to reload this, I think. Gonna have to reload it. My computer's going nuts right now. Oh, the link did work. Dope. Happy to hear that. So yeah, I don't know what was going on with the link earlier. Or what people were saying. I had someone on Monday say that the link didn't work either, but I'm glad it's working now. Listened to that last week. Let's take a listen to this. Even though it was posted in the wrong section. I think we listened to this too. Yeah, we did listen to this. This track is fire.
Sansa on the beat.
Yeah, that track is fire. Let me see if I liked that and commented. No, I didn't. Like, comment. Trash or fi. The fact that it's not even a minute long, that automatically makes it not fi. Gotta post a full track on here if you want it to be. Yeah, and like I said on the last track, having the Kill Bill siren is an automatic disqualification as well. Those strings are dope, but it's just looping 2 bars over and over again. There you go. There's your change up, but the beat's about to end. No, I saw your comment, Goshu. I'm going to check the beat critique section again. Yeah, the strings were dope, but that's really the rest of the beat took away from that with the Kill Bill siren and the fact that it's not long, so we didn't get to hear arrangement or anything. Do your thing, Sansa. Thanks for the reminder, Second Perspective. I really didn't have anything bad to say until I heard that new synth come in. Maybe a little more, it just needs to come forward a little more power, because that's your main lead instrument now. I hate to say this, but yeah, a little more OTT would help that out. Goshu, do you compress everything? No, I know you already blasted it with OTT. I could clearly hear it. You just need more. You just need more. That's just the nature of the beast, man. But let me ask you something. Do you have separate buses for your instruments and drums and your bass? Or is everything all in one bus? Because it sounds like it's all going to the same bus. It sounds like there's one big compressor over everything all together. So it's missing dynamics. Like with the same attack and release settings, same threshold. Like it sounds like it's all the same settings on everything. Everything is in different tracks. Now, I get everything starts off in different tracks, but do you have a bus processing groups of tracks together? Because that's what this needs very badly. Because if you just have... No, and again, I get that everything's mixed differently, but when you do that, and then all of a sudden you have... Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. So you only have the bases grouped for sidechain, and that's it. You don't have buses, basically, is what you're telling me. What I'm trying to say is that you're missing a step in processing. So what do you put on your drum bus? Or better yet, do you know what buses are? Continuous humming or murmuring sound. I have no idea what you're saying. I'll just show you. So processing individual tracks is one step, but it sounds like you have all those tracks going into a master fader, and then you process a master fader. What I'm saying is, do you have buses like this? I have a mix bus, a drum bus, a bass bus, an instrument bus, an effects bus, a parallel bus, and all those get processed differently. Yeah, I can tell. That's what I'm saying. Like, it sounds like everything is being processed exactly the same. You said nope, and then you said yes, I do. Nope to what? And then yes, I do to what? I told you I do, but it's not. I think you're making my point. I want you to think about what you just said in terms of, but it's not. That's the issue, my friend. Whatever is making you say, but it's not, that's the issue. I layer buzzing. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get anywhere with this conversation because you're so confused right now. Processing your individual sounds is one step. I get all that, but that's not enough when it comes to EDM. Goshu, what language do you speak? What's your first language? I feel like there's a language barrier here. Witty Beat says, last time my data depleted. Your data depleted from what? There's no point in banning anyone. Inmate says, I'm on a whole different level now, bro. I really need your feedback. No, you don't need my feedback if you're asking me. If you're asking me if I think you need my feedback, the answer is always no. I don't think anyone needs my feedback. Oh, okay. Goshu is Swedish. I gotcha. Oh, I totally missed that comment. Maybe I don't know what mastering is. No, that's actually literally the issue. Because I'm going to tell you exactly what you did. You processed each of your tracks individually, and then you mastered all your tracks in one bus. But you didn't process your instruments separately. And you did process your bass separately because you have a sidechain, but that's not enough. I feel like, I kind of want to keep talking to him because Inmate says, how can I send it if my Discord is broken? I would contact Discord because I have no idea what you mean by your Discord is broken. I don't know how you break a Discord. What I recommend is clicking the link and signing up for a new Discord. Just creating a new one. I'm just waiting for Goshu to say whether or not he processed his instruments separate from his buses and then processed those together. Because I'm guessing that he did not. It sounds like they're all processed with the same effects, which is why the track sounds really flat. But yeah, if I was able to get that point across, his mix would improve so much. But the track is fire. It's just the little things that I'm trying to help you out with, but I think you could keep doing exactly what you're doing and be fine. So I think he definitely got mad. But oh well. Nothing I could do about his personality. So we're just waiting for Inmate to make another Discord. Yeah, if you click that link, there'll be an option to create a new profile. Just type in your email and then create a new username. And you'll be straight. How did I just get 3 tracks in a row? What sidechain is that? Go to my YouTube channel, and I made that video like a month ago. So you could check that video. It's called Why Your Sidechain Sounds Bad. That might be the thumbnail, so you might have to find it. I can't remember the name of the video. Inmate says, okay, I got 2 for you. If you like the first one, can I send the second one? Send them both. Avidus says, yeah. Oh, man. But that's why I don't really block anybody. Like, there's no... I don't care about blocking anybody. I really don't care. I enjoy trolls, to be completely honest. Honestly, what's even funnier is when they're not trolling and that's literally what they're saying. That's the funny part. How do we have more people in the Discord than we do in the... Oh, never mind. I see why. The snare is really, really small. These melodies are fire, though. Sound selection's dope. That kick, yeah, the kick and the snare. They both sound like they're overcompressed, like, yeah, it sounds like a really slow attack, or not a slow attack, but like a medium attack with a really long release, and you just clamp down on the rest of the the rest of the sound. So all we're hearing is just the attack of the kick and the snare. Yeah, you got these little baby transients, but there's no body to your kick and snare. So maybe just switch those out, and if you have any compression on either of those sounds, take that off. Basically, Avidus, yeah, unconscious trolling. Like I said, if it's a part of their personality, there's nothing I could really do about that. And believe me, it'll get worse. It's gonna get worse. This is only with 15 people in here. Imagine when we're up to 150 people, which is probably gonna be happening come 2020. So it only gets worse from here, while it gets better at the same time. It's funny you say that, Inmate, because now you're already putting your music out, though, in a live beat critique. I feel like it takes more balls to do that than to just upload a random link on YouTube, or a random beat on YouTube that no one watches, that only gets like less views than this whole critique gets. Because this critique's gonna get... Right now we have 15 people in here. Earlier we had like 35 people in here, and not only that, this video is going to get uploaded to YouTube, so it's going to end up with hundreds and hundreds of views before, yeah, versus, you know, putting your beat on, like if I were to upload a beat to my beat page, which I haven't done in months, like it'll only get like 100, 200 views, so it'll get less views than this critique. So let that be something that, you know, pushes you to not care about uploading your music to social media. Yeah, we gotta stop with the Kill Bill sirens. Like, how did we go months without hearing the Kill Bill siren once, and we've just heard it 3 times out of the last 5 tracks? Like, that's really disappointing. But yeah, good use of halftime. Yeah, the whole Southside signature is all over that for sure. But I don't think that should be your goal. It's going to be a lot harder for you to sell a Southside track than Southside selling a Southside track. Inmate says I'm the coolest on Twitch. That's hilarious because I only have, I guess I do have a little more than 20 followers on Twitch, but like usually I only have like 2 people tune in during the live streams from Twitch. But I appreciate that. We need a change up here. Dude, if you could skip through the track just like that, just how I just did, and you're still hearing the same sound play over and over again, that means it's too repetitive, especially when it's a 2-bar loop. Yeah, just a little too repetitive. But the drums were hitting, so... Mikey Beats. Mikey, didn't you start off on Twitch when you found me? Eclipse66 says probably in a sample pack. Yeah, it's probably in like every trap sample pack. Dude, hopefully you don't pay for any sample pack that has that sample in it. I need this to drop right now. Melodies are dope, arrangement is dope. I would just switch out that kick, even though everything's leveled really, really well, but the kick is a little too round. Like, it sounds like you need a kick that's clipped. And this one's just a little too round, a little too pretty for the beat, if that makes sense. Mikey, it's funny what you said earlier, because this definitely is your best beat so far. Yeah, this is fire, but you should put this out on Spotify. Yeah, because no one's gonna really rap to that. That's just something awesome to listen to. I'd put that on Spotify and start collecting some money on some streams. Especially if the rumor is true about SoundCloud only allowing 15 tracks. Yeah, you're totally... yeah, I don't mind your comment earlier. Like, this is totally different. Like, everything's different. Your sound selection, the mixing's different. And your composition ideas, like the arrangement, it's a lot more variety than before. Yeah, again, just the kick is lacking on this. Yeah, just a stronger kick on that, and that track would be done too. Yeah, when it's like small changes like that, and you haven't uploaded it to a streaming service like Spotify or whatever, then those are the cases where I do recommend going back and making the small tweaks so that you can start making money off your track. Because people will definitely listen to that. But yeah, I like those two tracks for sure. I like the first one a little bit better though. Oh, YouTube, let me support you. Ambush, welcome to the stream. I uploaded a video this morning at 10 o'clock that might be able to help you with that. In terms of getting your kick right. What is going on with this beat? Sounds dope. I wish the clap was a little more present. It's a little too ambient. Like, I need it to smack. Like, I could literally hear the clap that I have in mind that would sound perfect on this. Does it take money to start on Spotify? Yeah, $20 for a whole year if you sign up with DistroKid. Oh shit. Yeah, that track was dope. Oh, crap. I don't think I commented. Raphael, you've been quiet all night. Blade Runner. When did you pick up the V collection? Or did you just now tune in, Raphael? Very cinematic. Which synths did you use on that? Yeah, I'm actually going to be working with Arteria directly here soon. You picked it up Black Friday? Were you the one? I got one person that used my Arteria link. I'm assuming that was you. Caps lock. Oh well. I yelled at you. That was a CS80. Dope. Dope, dope, dope. Yeah, you're going to see a lot of Arteria videos from me because I'm going to review all their synths individually over the next couple months. So that was you, yeah. Definitely appreciate that, my dude. We are waiting for one more person, young NATO, because he submitted a beat days ago, or I can't remember when, and I critiqued his first, but that stream ended up getting deleted. So I'm trying to do it again for him. Let me try and scroll up and see if I could find... Oh, there's a search in here. What? Hell yeah. Dope. I'm about to critique his track right now. Again. Let me try and download it. Because what the hell? Bruh. Why can't I, Okay, there we go. Yeah, Ambush, go ahead and submit.
Take no L's.
NATO, I was literally typing to you on Instagram while listening to this. But yeah, the mix sounds really nice and clean. Sound selection is dope. I think we're just missing... It sounds like your kick and 808 might be clashing just a little bit, but not too bad. Bro, just tune in now. You love the ear candy except for the Mario coins. NATO, if you're in the chat, say something so I can continue on with the critique and repeat what I just said. Yeah, the piano composition is dope. NATO, where are you? I'm gonna jump to the present, and then whenever he comes back in or hops in here, let's check out Ambush while we wait for NATO. I think my chat just froze. Damn it. I'm doing too much.
Girl, how I love you, I can't help myself. Stay awake, I wish I'm someone else. Girl, how I love
Yeah, my chat's not
myself. Stay awake, I wish.
Sansa, did you submit yet? You asked a while ago.
Girl, how I love you, I can't help myself. Stay awake, I wish I'm someone else. Girl, how I love you, I can't help myself. Stay awake, I wish.
I like the vocals on here.
Stay awake, I wish. Girl, how I love you, I can't help myself. Stay awake, I wish I'm someone else. Girl, how I love you, I can't help myself. Stay awake, I wish. Stay awake, I wish.
I feel like I could actually hear a rapper on this too if those vocals weren't going throughout the whole track. What's up, Barack? Yeah. But everything sounds nice, clean, well balanced. I'll just say if the vocals weren't going throughout the whole thing, it would leave room for the artist. Young NATO, are you in here yet? Bro, like what would take you so long from just clicking the link that I sent you? Do I use, no, I don't. I use TubeBuddy, but I don't even really use that. I mean, I use it, but Jesus, there you are. God, that was like forever and a half, dude. Yeah, but basically all I was saying was I like the piano melody. Did you play the piano yourself or what? Or is that a loop? I assume you played it yourself. It doesn't sound like a loop that someone made. Yeah, someone else mentioned they like the ear candy. Maybe the Mario coins weren't a good fit for the overall feel of the track. But everything else sounds dope. Everything's nice and balanced. Yeah, it is all you. That's what I figured. Nice punchy kick, good solid bass line. And those vocals are dope. Yeah, my dude, well mixed, nice arrangement, and yeah, nice and punchy. Drums sounded nice, and yeah, there really weren't any issues with that track at all. All right, so does anyone else have any questions or any other beat submissions? If not, I think we will call it. Go to the general section again. Okay, I think we are good to go. Again, we do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 5 p.m. And I'll go ahead and post this. Man, that's not it. Save 30 now. There's a discount for 30% discount for the InflightMuzik 2020 drum pack. I'll leave that up throughout this week. So feel free to pick that up if you're looking for some hard hitting drums, modern trap drums, 20 sample loops, 200 sounds, dope kicks, dope basses, and definitely check out the tutorial that I posted at 10 o'clock this morning. Something that I don't say often enough, I post tutorials every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, and I go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So I'll make sure that I start saying that so that you guys are there first thing whenever you wake up or whenever I actually post this. Post these. And on top of that, these streams will be live, or these streams will be replayed here on the InflightMuzik tutorial channel, so you don't have to go to the live channel anymore. I just need to make sure that I remember to turn that on, which I'm about to do right now. Actually, I'm just going to stay live in case we do have any more submissions as I switch that setting over. But yeah, let me throw the chat up here so I don't miss anything you guys are saying. But yeah, what do you guys, I know some of you have already purchased the drum kit. Have you guys started making beats with it? I know we've already had some submissions with the drum kit. But let me know if any critiques on what you want to hear on the next drum kit. I actually have a ear candy kit coming out in January along with a sample loop kit, but the ear candy kit is totally based on transition effects, sweeps, drops, impacts, some percussion loops, hi-hat loops, stuff like that, things to accent your beat. And that way you guys can get, some of the extra stuff that you guys might be missing in your drums. Because from these critiques, I'm hearing a lot of the same, the same basic drum patterns over and over again. It seems like it's very rare that I hear something interesting that isn't already in someone else's beat. So, like, usually you have your typical, your kick, your snare or clap, and some hi-hats, and they call it a day. But hopefully this drum pack, or not drum pack, but the ear candy pack will help you guys out in terms of adding more variety to your percussion and your overall sound. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and figure out how to switch this. I think I go here. I just want to make sure this stays public whenever I end the stream. Oh crap, we're ranking. Yeah, speaking of vidIQ and TubeBuddy, looks like we're ranking pretty high with these live streams in terms of keywords, the keywords that I'm using. Maybe I have to go to settings, upload defaults, advanced settings. I forget where to do it. I'm going to have to Google that. How to set live video to unlisted after stream. And if I find that, that's the same spot that I do it in reverse. YouTube. Yeah, you guys are really quiet over there. I wonder if I'm talking to myself right now. Nope, there's 13 people in here. Let's see. Dashboard videos, live tab. That's where I'm at right now. Man, that's not what I'm looking for. Yep, maybe I'm just going to end the stream and figure this out on my own. Can you create? Man, it was so easy to find the other day when I did the opposite. Happy that that helped you out, Avidus. Yeah, that video kind of blew up on Reddit. Seemed like a lot of people were looking for that exact video. In fact, it's still blowing up. I got a bunch of comments and messages while we were live streaming that I couldn't respond to. Bro, yeah, I'm just gonna end the stream now because, man, that's really frustrating because I just got a yeah, I got a yeah, that's really frustrating. I just got something that I didn't want to see. All right, y'all. Yep, looks like I'm gonna have to deal with some stuff here. So I will see you guys